Lock-in stabilization effect, it's absolutely incredible in DaVinci Resolve and you can do it in no time. You can have an Apple AirPods commercial done at home. It's really easy. Let me show you how it's done. Okay, so I am in DaVinci Resolve right now. This is the clip I want to add lock stabilization to. This is a nice clip with a lady running on the beach. Very nice clip, quite a wide shot, which looks pretty good, and it's gonna work for our effect. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm gonna press on the clip and go to the Fusion page. Click on the Fusion page. This is where all the magic begins. Don't worry, it's super easy, it's super simple, it's gonna be done in 2 minutes. No need for advanced techniques here. Okay, so what we need to do now, I'm gonna go and push on Shift and press spacebar. Okay, and we're gonna see this select tool over here. I'm gonna go and look for tracker. Okay, I press tracker. You've got this tracker over here. Tracker, you see over here, TRA. I'm gonna press add, and here it is. It should be in the middle. Next, what we need to do is to get this playhead over here. You see, this is very important. Get it straight to the left on the first frame. And then next, I'm gonna go and zoom in a little bit, press Command, and with the mouse of the wheel, just go and make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so for this, in order to drag this point, this tracking square, we need to drag it, press here, and drag it on the face of our subject. Okay, now we need to go and make some adjustments here. So what I want to do, I want to track the head and the small tracking, which is the most important one. I want to get it onto the face. Okay, I'm gonna go make this a little bit bigger, go here in the corner, just here in the corner, go drag this on top of her eyes, where you see a lot of contrast. So in order for this to work, we need a contrast. We need a contrasty point. So the eyes, I think it's perfect. If you would have a close-up shot, you can use an eye, you can use the nose, because it's so much easier for DaVinci Resolve to track. In my scenario, because this is such a wide shot, I have to select the head and the both eyes. Okay, so the playhead, make sure it's on the first frame of the clip. This is the selected area. Okay, now what we need to do is to go to tracker over here, okay, and select adaptive mode to best match. You can use every frame. It's absolutely fine if you use every frame, but I think it takes a little bit longer. Best match, it's a bit faster. Okay, so now what we need to do, once you've checked that your playhead is on the first frame, go and press here, and it's going to go and track forward. Boom. I think it works really well because I've selected such a big area with the head and a small area with both eyes, and it's doing a pretty good job. Incredible. Pretty good. Look at these lines. Don't worry, it's absolutely fine. These are the tracking points. So easy. Imagine you had to do this yourself 2-3 years ago, and now everything is automatic. Quite remarkable. Okay, next step is to go to Operation. Click on Operation, and here you have to choose Match Move. Press on Match Move, go to Merge, and press BG only. That means background only. Boom. Once you've clicked it, press Command with the wheel of your mouse, make the screen a little bit smaller, and click on your wheel of the mouse, and you can drag this, put it wherever you want. Now I can see that I have some space here, which is not looking good. If I play it, you see, now I have my lock stabilization effect on. Looks pretty good, but I've got this space over here, which is not nice. For this, I'm gonna go and press Shift spacebar and add a transform node on this one, the simple one over here. Press on this one, transform, add, and it's gonna go straight away in here. Now what I'm gonna go and increase the size just over here. Okay, once, not too much. And then I'm gonna go and drag this playhead and see how it looks like. Looks pretty good. looks pretty good. I'm dragging it. Oh, oops. So here, I've got some space. I want to keep this as wide as possible. So for this, I'm going to go to pivot. I'm going to drag the pivot to the left, to the right, and see where we are. You see, it's pretty cool because it's still DaVinci Resolve. It shows me how much more footage I've got in here. So I have a lot of space to play with. Okay, I'm going to drag it to the right. I'm going to go to Y-axis, drag it up. I want her feet to be seen, and then I'm going to go back, see how it looks like. Looks good. I'm going to drag it all the way to the end. Looks pretty good. Now I want her feet to be seen here as well, because I think we're cropping a little bit. So for this, I'm going to just go a little bit more. I think that's perfect. Check again a little bit. Check again. Fantastic. And this is done. All the job here is done. I'm going to go back to my edit page, click on the edit page, and I'm going to go and play it. Looks pretty good. If the playback is choppy, go to playback over here and go to render cache and go to render cache smart. Play on it and you'll see this red line over here is going to render quickly. Okay, once it's rendered, I'm going to go back to the first frame and just play it. How cool is that? And in less than 2 minutes, I've got a super cool effect that everybody's going to be asking, how did you do that? And I think this effect works better when it's a wide shot. If it's a medium shot, it looks a little bit choppy. It looks a little bit sort of like, I don't know, like a bit disturbing or something. It's not sort of like very nice. It looks like it's from a horror film or something like that. But in a wide shot, this effect looks really good. And this is it. And this is it, friends. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some value out of it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Happy creation. Bye-bye.